It's finally time for the October readings for every sign of the zodiac. Yes, I know October is halfway over, but you know what? There's still a lot left. And I know why Spirit has broken it up. I know, I can tell you why. We did not have a regular October reading at the beginning of the month. It's because there has been a lot of clearing out of old energies with this past full moon, the Aries full moon, and which happened on the 13th, October 13th, and just with these ascension energies, these energies that are designed to lift you up out of old karmic patterns, out of old ancestral pain, and out of your own wounds from past lives, from earlier in this life. And these have been very intense energies intended divinely to do that, okay? This is just going to be a message. And so like now we're heading into the second half of October, having passed through that significant energetic squeeze, if you will, okay? Okay, so this message is for everyone, every sign, and then we will delve into the individual signs. This is the Page of Pentacles. This is talking about, and very beautifully illustrated in this deck, which is the Austera Tarot, talking about those first tentative steps. Once we've gone through that energy wave, that those first tentative steps into your new life, your new way, your new relationships, your new self, you know. This is a very, I was going to say excited, but it's more like, you know, she wants to see what's going to happen. Tentative would definitely be the energy here. It's like not afraid, just like, okay, here we go. That feeling like, here we go. And there are all these red foxes all around her. The red fox talks about that divine energy that helps us over and through obstacles, that divine energy that carries us. And here they're all over, you know, and it can feel sometimes like she's being overwhelmed by that energy, and it can feel sometimes like she's being carried or led by that energy. And that's how you're going to feel. It's going to alternate, but know that you are successful. The Six of Wands. Know that you are supported, and that the more you can flow, as illustrated by the fish in this card, the more you can flow and go with the changes and grow. You know, you can see the growth here with the wands. The easier it's going to be for you, and the more successful and victorious you'll be in this new time, in this new way, in this new life that you and the divine are moving into together, right? We have this karma card talking about exactly what we just said. These are the things that have closed out. These are the things that, you know, maybe the tail end of some of them are still closing out for you. But these are, this is the way relationships used to be, the way roles in your life used to be, and this is really changing. The divine is coming in, breaking down the old ways, closing out the old cycles, and moving you into that new way. And that's what you're going to be building your life on now with the divine. So beautiful. This is the case for everyone. And now we will delve into the individual zodiac signs and enjoy. Aquarius. This is your reading for the rest of October. We're going to see what messages Spirit, Holy Guides, Angels, Archangels would like you to have, starting with the Ace of Swords. Yes, clarity and undeniable mental clarity. You know the truth. You're not going back. You know your power now. Even though with this little mouse, he's got a teeny tiny little crown over his head. And this is you coming into Aquarius, into a sense of power over that mind, you know, the worries, the stuff that used to really eat at you. You now have mental strength, and it shows. You're not doing that anymore. Yay. So now you can relax. Now you can relax into what the divine is giving you and bringing you with this Nine of Cups. This is about the support of the divine and being able to relax into the support of the divine, to know that it's there, to feel it, to rest easy in it. This is really a time for you, Aquarius, of going, oh, finally. It's like you have some peace in that head of yours. Because you've completely let go of some things you really needed to completely let go of. Beautiful. Now you can finally sleep. Now you can finally rest. And now you know your truth. And you can move forward, knowing that you have detached from what was not right for you and from what worried you and what made you doubt yourself. That's what I'm getting. Aquarius, detach from that, because you already have, because now you're moving into the Queen of Pentacles, which is about valuing yourself, knowing your value, feeling stable, feeling sure, being able to nurture yourself and others confidently. Yeah, you're done with the self-doubt. That's what I'm getting. You're done with the self-doubt, Aquarius. That's beautiful to see. Yay. And just moving into, look how relaxing this is. You know, the Nine of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, that is a very supported, relaxed energy. Okay, so now we can deal with this, Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is the card of mourning, feeling sadness. So it could be that because you've come into this sense of, you know, I know the truth now, I'm not going to be in self-doubt anymore, that this is requiring you to face something very difficult about what those fears have brought into your reality in the past. But let me ask into this Five of Cups for you, Aquarius, for the rest of October. What is this Five of Cups for Aquarius? Please, Spirit, thank you. Please help us understand this Five of Cups for, thank you, Aquarius. Temperance. Oh, I see. Okay. So, because of this Death card, this total release of the sort of sense of grieving or a sense of sadness, you're needing to move now, and Capricorn has this as well, Aquarius, needing to move now into a sense of balance, of embracing and allowing to integrate the good and the bad, you know, the pretty and the ugly, all the parts of you and all the parts of your life. And this balancing is also, it's saying you're having to come into a sense of like, well, if I'm not sad and if I'm not struggling, because all this is ending with the Death card, then what am I? You know, it's like that was part of your identity. The difficulty and the hardship had become part of who you saw yourself as, or maybe a big part of a relationship that was a big part of you or is. And now it's time for you with the Temperance card to come into, you know what, maybe there's a balance there. You know, maybe I don't need to be feeling that much heaviness, that much sadness, and I can come out of that now. That is a combination that would come out for people if, you know, you've been grieving something and it's time to kind of release and move out of that phase. But that can apply to many aspects of life. And I'm just going to ask for a little more guidance for Aquarius here, and then we'll go to the other deck. Okay. Hierophant. Oh, okay. I'm seeing here for you, Aquarius. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is definitely talking about you emerging out of a sort of a legacy of sadness. Okay. This is talking about, you know, your parents, your grandparents, those before them, they all were very attached to that heaviness, that sadness, and, you know, all due respect, it was a large part of their life experience. It wasn't just because they wanted to be sad. They went through a lot of difficulty. We're talking the Great Depression type energies. We're talking, you know, the difficulties of this country, you know, years and years and years back, or any country that you came from, their land, their home, those difficulties. And what of that was passed down to you, what of that you were that you inherited, and that you had to rise above, what you did with that Ace of Swords, which you have, okay? But that Five of Cups and Temperance card is showing you coming into a balance in you of not having to carry that anymore just because it was part of you from the Hierophant, that sense of, this is how I need to be, this is how I should be, this is how my mother was, my grandmother was, my father, my grandfather, those before them. No. Now you're coming into, with the Queen of Pentacles, your own sense of self, okay? You're doing a wonderful job. It's hard, it's not easy. And this is your message. That was the Ostero Tarot. This is the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine Reunited deck by Christabel Jessica. Thank you. For Aquarius, thank you. Joy, yeah. So now it's your time for joy. Now it's your time to have fun and to release those burdens of your own past and of others' past and your own past lives. It's time for you to release all of that and dance and have fun and be joyful and come into a new sense of, this is your new normal, this is your new life. Your baseline is no longer sadness. Okay? Beautiful. I love it. I love it. So this is going to be a fun time for you, Aquarius, and it's going to be a matter of letting yourself enjoy it, right? Remembering, oh yeah, I don't need to carry that sadness anymore. Remember that death card with that, okay? This is your message, Aquarius, from Archangel Raphael, having to do with caring for your body, self-care, making sure that you are, that was a couple of cards, so I put them back, making sure that you are nourished, nurtured, supported in everything you're doing right now. Yeah, because you are breaking cycles, recovering, breaking cycles within yourself and your family, recovering from that addiction to, whether it was real addiction to substances or whether it was addiction to emotional patterns. This is the time of recovery, emerging from those, and that's what you're doing. So allow yourself to do that this month and know that you're supported in that. Know that you have Archangel Raphael and other divine guidance and help and support coming through as you do that, Aquarius. Beautiful. Okay. And your magical unicorn message. Doing virtue. Let's see. True. Okay. So there's a sense here. Remember how we talked about self-doubt and doubt, earlier in the reading. It's like, is this really true? Can this be true? And that Ace of Swords at the beginning of the reading is truth. So it's important, Aquarius, that you embrace the truth of this message, the truth of what you have put to rest, the truth of what you're feeling, and the truth that this is your time. That this is your time for joy. That it really is true. That it's not too good to be true. It is true. It's too good and it's true. Okay? Because that's God. That's the divine. Okay? So good and true. So, wonderful message for you, Aquarius. It makes me so happy for you. I hope you'll let me know how it resonates. And just please, have patience and compassion with yourself as you move into this beautiful joy that is your life now, and we will connect again soon. Bye.